He told me, quote, "I don't rule it out, no." As the U.S. inches towards a war with Venezuela, comes an ominous Russian warning. Don't make the fatal mistake of further escalating the situation.
Ну, вот мы видим, нарастание напряженности в регионе.
As for President Maduro of Venezuela, he is in no mood to give up without a fight.
No sangre por petróleo. No demand for oil, no to intervention, respect. No al intervencionismo.
He's urging the American people to see reason.
The people of the United States, not war.
It's super easy just to get up here.
Don't worry. Be happy. Be happy, be happy.
Even as President Lula of Brazil offers to mediate to prevent what he calls a fratricidal war. It's all happening thick and fast. China has voiced support for Venezuela and criticized U.S. pressure. The United Nations Secretary General has urged
So, listen to this, okay?
the president has warned against bloodshed.
You go to this corner. When you see this arrow, you do this backward.
Alexander Lukashenko has said that President Maduro would be welcome in his country if the Venezuelan leader ever chose to leave office. What happens next will shape not just Venezuela's future,
And by the time you do it,
entire
you already found the
and
secret.
possibly
And then you go up.
markets as well. What began as American strikes
Oh, yeah.
in the Caribbean and
Ready?
Pacific,
3, 2, 1.
trafficking networks connected
No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
the U.S. has dramatically increased military pressure. 11 U.S. warships have been deployed to the Caribbean, including the world's largest aircraft carrier, amphibious assault ships, cruisers, and destroyers. Thousands of U.S. military personnel are operating in the region. American naval aircraft and surveillance planes have been flying missions from bases, including from Puerto
Yeah, so you do not really have to spend all your life right here.
And then came another dramatic escalation. President Trump announced what he called a total and complete blockade of sanctioned oil tankers entering and leaving Venezuela.
You don't have to spend your time all along just climbing this tower.
Sanctions specialist tells the New York Times newspaper that once you impose a naval blockade, you're only a stone's throw away from using kinetic force. The oil blockade directly targets Venezuela's main lifeline. Although it has huge reserves, years of corruption and mismanagement
Follow
have crippled
through.
production. Output collapsed from around 3 million barrels a day in the early 2000s to just 350,000 barrels per day by 2020. It has since recovered to around 1 million barrels per day. Still a small fraction of global supply, but vital for Venezuela's survival. Because of US sanctions imposed in 2019, Venezuela has relied on a shadow network of
What is going on?
tankers, which are often called ghost ships. The tanker, which was seized recently, is a classic example. It is around 20 years old. It is operated under multiple names, and it was already under US sanctions for allegedly moving Iranian oil.
No.
Experts say that this ghost fleet has allowed Venezuela to quietly sell discounted oil mainly to China, which buys about 80% of its exports. But President Trump has not pressured China to curb those purchases. Instead, he has been focused on a planned summit with China's leader in Beijing in April.
Hey.
Washington, D.C. has secured regional cooperation. Trinidad and Tobago has agreed
We were encountering extreme turbulence.
coming weeks. The Caribbean nation says that this is for security cooperation and
Hey.
prevention.
Ah!
President Maduro has since ordered his navy to escort ships carrying the petroleum products from port, risking a confrontation with the U.S. on the high seas as he defied President Trump's declaration of a blockade to hinder the country's oil industry.
Maybe wasn't watching, but they're not going to do that. We want it back. They took our oil rights. We had a lot of oil there. As you know, they threw our companies out, and we want it back.
Under Chavez and later Maduro, Venezuela nationalized several foreign owned oil projects, including those run by ExxonMobil and ConocoPhillips. President Trump blames previous US governments for not securing compensation. He has vowed to reverse those losses. President Maduro has reacted angrily, calling the US sanctions colonial and warlike.
Hoy hablé con el secretario general de Naciones Unidas.
The US government says that it belongs to them and that the Venezuelans are stealing their oil.
Bruh, I cannot even move.
It belongs to them. The Venezuelan minerals, gold, and all other minerals belong to them. And what we have never heard before, that the Venezuelan lands belong to them and that we must give them back to them immediately. Honestly, it's a warlike and colonial intention.
Y que los venezolanos le robamos el petróleo.
There's another reason why President Trump is concentrating his energies on Venezuela. The just released 33-page new national security strategy.
Yo, it's easy to get all the way up there. Just follow me, I show you. If you want to know.
On the Western Hemisphere. The Western Hemisphere is the half of Earth west of the prime meridian and east of the anti-meridian, primarily encompassing North and South America. President Trump intends for the US to keep a bigger military presence in the Western Hemisphere, going forward to battle migration, drugs, and the adversarial powers in the region. The document says the United States must be preeminent in the Western Hemisphere as a condition of our security and prosperity, a condition that allows us to assert ourselves confidently where and when we need to in the region. But Russia and China are not exactly worried. On the contrary, both would be salivating at the prospects of the US getting tied down in a conflict of its own making in its own backyard, allowing them to cement their footholds in the region. Moscow says it is in constant contact with its ally Caracas. President Vladimir Putin reaffirmed his support to President Maduro in a phone call a few weeks ago. President Maduro is a friend of the Kremlin's and has been a regular guest in Moscow for years. The Kremlin has in the past helped prop up Venezuela's struggling economy. In fact, Venezuela and Russia recently extended their joint oil ventures until the year 2041. This $600 million deal cements Russian control over energy assets and aims to make US policy changes.
Yo.
As for China,
What the actual hell are you doing?
impose a partial blockade on Venezuela risks undermining a top US policy goal.
Yo,
Potential Chinese
follow me. I'll show you where you should go.
with Abhishek Bose, Nandita Nija for DD.
Yo, I'll show you where you're supposed to go. Promise. Even Pinky promise.
What's inside this? This is one of the biggest power generation innovations that we will see here. A world first, made in Turkey, but the heart is made in the UK by Perkins Engines. I'm joined by Dennis. Massive new thing for you with the Perkins engine. Tell me about this product you've got now here.
This is a 2500 kVA diesel generator set powered by Perkins 5016 engine. As you say, this is the first engine in the world for the 5016 engine. It's the new technology, and we are proud to be the first OEM who is using this engine in the product. So we will be powering bigger and bigger. Yeah.
And so it's great to see the Perkins engine that was launched and made down the road from us in the UK where I live. And what am I? You've travelled from the UK and to see this moment here. Tell us a little bit about it. It's a beast, isn't it? It replaces the previous one.
Different applications around the globe, ranging from typical standby, and also prime product. Many enhanced features, as Jenny said, packs the power
It's
of
raining
2500
tacos
standby.
from out of the sky. Tacos, no need to ask why. Just open your mouth and close your eyes. It's raining tacos. Out the street, tacos. All you can eat, lettuce, shallots, cheese, and meat. It's raining tacos.
Long history of hurricanes and Texans spanning over 30 years. We're very pleased with that history, and we like to be able to showcase
It's raining tacos. Raining tacos. Raining tacos.
get improved
It's raining tacos.
Fantastic. So you're going to join us round the back because this engine has got two sides.
It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos. No need to ask why. Just open your mouth and close your eyes. It's raining tacos. All you can eat.
Don't go there. Follow me so you can go all the way up. Promise.
It's raining tacos. Raining tacos. Raining tacos. It's raining tacos.
Or you can just reset. I don't. I'm sad. Anyways, if you like this video, like and subscribe, please. I really need your help.
As well, which is
And if you like the video,
It's raining tacos.
you can tell me if you like it. If you don't, just tell me. Promise I want to keep the secret. And guys, bye.
All you can eat. Lettuce, shallots, cheese, and meat. It's raining